What's going on YouTube? Burlington Northern HO fan here, and today we're going to be working on a locomotive that I usually do not like to work on. We're going to be working on a TYCO power torque, and if we can see, it's one of the locomotives that's sitting up top on that shelf. So let's pull it down. This is going to be the locomotive in question that we're going to be working on today. We're going to completely take this thing apart and we're going to make it run as best as I can. I'm not an expert at working on these power torques. I don't like to work on them because they're a bit of a pain, but we're going to try to get this guy running good. Let's take it to the track and I'll show you how it's running right now. Okay, here we are on the track. As you can see, I have finally decided that I'm actually going to try an attempt at ballasting the track. It's not perfect, but I'm okay with it, but that's not what this video is about. We're going to talk about this locomotive right here. We're going to work on this guy, and let's see what it does. So I'm giving it power. So, it doesn't want to run pretty much, but we know the motor is getting power intermittently. So it could be wheels, it could be a loose wire. It could be a whole bunch of things, but with it being a power torque. But let's take it apart and see what's wrong with it. Okay, so first thing I did was I popped out the truck. I just shoved the screwdriver in here and popped out the motor truck. You're going to do the same for the back side. If I can find the sweet spot. I'm going to do this off camera. Alright, so I unscrewed the weight from the bottom. And I just pushed in the clips. There's one here, and one there. I just pushed them in with the screwdriver to get that out. Now, if we can get the light bulb out, that'd be nice. So we should be able to just do something like that to get the light bulb out of its socket. There we go. Just like that. So, now we have the whole system out of the shell of the locomotive. There's our glass piece. Let's make sure not to lose that. Our faux glass piece. Make sure I put that back in the right way. There we go, just like so. Alright, there we go. We've got it completely apart. Now we can take a look at this thing in depth. So first things first, I'm going to just clip that back on because this has got to come off as one piece either way. So we have our motor, our power torque motor, and we have our non-powered truck, our pickup truck. So it looks like that this doesn't look too horrible. Back here, wheels actually don't look that dirty, but we'll clean them anyway. I guarantee our issue is most likely in the motor. So if we take our screwdriver and we pry up on this section here, that should pop off for us. We can move that out of the way. And then we have our one screw keeping this side frame on. So we'll take that off. Just like so. Like that. Now the side frame should pop off. Okay, nope, it's clipped right here. So we're going to take those clips and we're going to do that. Okay. We get a look at our wheels here. They don't look too bad. Traction tires are still on them, which is nice. We'll keep them there. And here we're left with our motor. So in order to take this apart, we'll have to take this screw and this screw, and that will pull apart our motor. And we can take a look at our commutator. Now this is going to make, the brushes are behind these two pieces right here. And when I move this plate, there's nothing holding it, so it will spring out. And that's what makes it so hard to put these together, is that springing out of there not being a way to just drop the brushes and the spring behind it like you would find on a Bachmann pancake drive or a lifelike pancake drive. So, but I figured I'd do this since I haven't really been doing any of these toy trains rather than like an Athearn, like a model. So there we go. We have that out. Now we just kind of lift this cover off. And we can take a look at the condition inside here. There we go. There we have our backing plate off. We have our motor, the two springs, and our commutator. Now it looks like our commutator is very dirty. Let me turn the flash off there. Looks like our commutator is pretty dirty. So we're going to take our fiberglass pencil to it. And that's most likely what we'll need to do to get this thing to run correctly. The issue with putting these back together is, like I said, is putting the brushes and lining them up the way they need to be lined up. So we're going to put this brush over here, like so. And we're going to put this brush over there. And then we're going to... looks like we don't need to take the motor itself out. It looks like we can just keep it in because it doesn't look... Magnets look like they're in good shape. The gears and the teeth all look pretty decent. Right here, we'll just put some oil on them because it doesn't look like there's any oil on them. We'll take our fiberglass pencil here. Give me 1 second. Okay, found my fiberglass pencil. We're just going to go in here and we're going to clean up that commutator. Now I still need to get my hands on some toothpicks to get in the grooves, because that's the most important part. Just like that. Okay. Looks a lot nicer and a lot cleaner. Now we could put our motor back together. And I'm gonna do that off camera because it's an ordeal. Okay. Whew. So, me not being a guy that works on these power torques that often, it took me about 25 minutes to get this thing back together the way it's supposed to. And oh my God, I know there's a reason why I don't work on these locomotives, but it's a special one. It's a Spirit of 76 locomotive, so I had to do it. So I've got it all back together. I've got the wheels, or the gears oiled. I'm going to just lightly take my fiberglass pencil, and I'm just going to kind of loosely just go over these wheels. They're pretty clean already, so I'm just gonna make double sure. Right there. Clean these back ones. I've seen in the comments that you guys have told me that I should get a track bright. I agree with you. I need to get one. But time will come. I'll get one eventually. But let me clean these wheels and then we'll start putting this thing back into the locomotive. Alright. Got the wheel cleaned the way I want them. I'm going to start putting this back into the locomotive. Firstly, by getting the coupler into where it needs to go. And then this is simply just going to, we're just going to simply bend the shell. Let me do this off camera. Alright, there we go. We got the first part in. Now we got to get the second part in, which shouldn't be as difficult. Make sure that this is onto where it needs to go. Put all that through there like so. And then we just go something like as simple as that. We put the light in the holder. Now when we unclipped it, unfortunately the holder broke. So we're not going to be able to have the light in where it needs to go, but we're just going to get this clipped back into place there. We made sure that the brass wheels are on opposite sides, because one would be negative, one's positive. As you can see, the wheels do turn. So it's back together the right way. Now we can put our weight on, just like so. Put the weight on upside down. Let's not do that. There we go, just like that. We get our screwdriver. And there we go. Our locomotive is back together. Let's take it to the track and see how it runs. Alright, we've got the locomotive on the track here. Let's make sure it's going forwards. There we go. It's about 3/4 throttle. It's probably the first time it's ran this good since the 70s, so it's pretty awesome. Let's try reverse. I've got some weird issues with my track over there, but that derail wasn't because of the locomotive. Let's get this thing, we know it's good in reverse. Let's get some old TYCO cars on this consist, and let's see it run around the layout. Okay, I just wanted to prove my point here. Okay, let's go in reverse. See? Perfect. Alright, let's go get some cars. Alright, here we have it on the layout with a couple of old TYCO cars and an old TYCO Spirit of 76 caboose. And there it goes. It's running pretty decent. It's probably the best running power torque I have in my collection. I don't have a lot, so there's not much to go off of, but I've repaired at least one. Now I can say that I've repaired at least one. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And let me know if you liked it. Leave a like if you liked it. And comment if you wanted to comment. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.